are you ready for your full body quick flow? All you need is yourself and your mat, and we're ready to get going. So let's start at the back of our mat for me. Feet are going to be about hip distance apart. Bring the chin into the chest, belly button into the spine. Let's roll down. Let's really let the head or the ponytail, in my case, lead the way. And then go ahead and walk out into a plank position. Now guys, if you need to come down onto your knees, absolutely fine. Otherwise, we're going to all push back into a downward dog for me. And then travel back into our plank. And again, hips come up, stretching the back of those hamstrings. And lowering back down for me. And 3 more for me. And lowering back down. And 2. And again, guys, if you need to come down onto your knees or your elbows, all good. Last one. Now let's go ahead and step our right foot between our hands for me. Bring our left hand to the floor and reach and rotate. Come back down, step it back. Left foot forward, right hand by foot, reach and rotate, and back down, and step back. Let's do 1 more each side. And if you need to help that foot forward, sometimes it gets a little bit stuck, then again, feel free to do so. Good. And then we're either going to stay here or down onto our knees, and we're going to hold here, or we're going to come onto our shoulder taps for me. So the key with the shoulder taps is we want to make sure that we're trying to keep those hips as stable as possible. Good. And 3, and 2, and 1, and drop down to our knees. And I'm reminded now why I wear a bun and not a ponytail, otherwise it ends up looking like a comb over. And rolling all the way up. Perfect. Now, let's go ahead and swing our legs around the front for me. We're going to take a seat with our bum at the front actually. So let's have our legs nice and long. Let's go ahead and point our toes. Sit up nice and tall. If you need a cushion to go ahead and sit underneath of you, absolutely go ahead. Otherwise, we're going to take our hands and interlace them, and we're just going to barrel that chest for me. We're rounding into that back, beautiful. Hollowing into that core. Fists come forward, belly button comes back, and we're trying to get those ears between our arms, and we roll down. For 4, squeeze the glutes. 3, 2, 1, and lower those arms down by our side. Now, from here, exhale, bring our right leg up into tabletop, our left leg up into tabletop. From here, take a nice deep breath in. Inhale as we dip our right toe down to that imaginary floor, and exhale as we lift up, switching sides. Now, as we do this, I want you to be mindful that our back is staying into that mat, so we're not getting any little mouse holes underneath of that spine. Good. I want to make sure that our ribs are melted down into our torso, and we're not flaring up to the ceiling. And I want to make sure that our pelvis is staying square to the ceiling. So if that means that you can only come down here before it starts to tip, fantastic. Now we're going to do 1 more here, and then we either stay here or we go ahead and dip both toes down and exhale to lift them up. So I want you to squeeze our legs together like we're crushing a marshmallow between our knees. And the same thing applies, guys. If you're beginning to feel as you tip your toes down that your pelvis is tipping and your back is coming up off the mat, then maybe you've gone a little bit too far for today, and you just need to rein that range of movement in a little bit less, and you will find far more payback in that than doing it in a wrong technique. Good. 3 more, and 2 more, and last one, and go ahead. Tuck the chin, curl up and over, hug the right knee in towards us, extend our left leg nice and long. Shoulders are down, elbows are wide. We go ahead as we switch, and switch, and switch, and switch. And we have 10, 9. If you have any neck pain, guys, by all means either support your head or go ahead and bring your neck down completely. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug everything in and relax down. Look to the left, look to the right, relaxing that neck out for me, holding no tension there. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, curl up and over for me. So I want you to reach towards your shins. From here, relax our shoulders down from our ears. Reach our legs, reach our arms, stay here. Open the legs, close the legs, and collect everything back in. And again, we reach, open mat distance, close, and collect everything in. Just 3 more. And reach, and open, close, and in, and 2. Legs, close, together, and 1, and legs, close, together, and melting down. Perfect. Bringing our feet down to the floor for me. And I want you to cross one leg over the other. So let's cross our right leg over our left leg. So it's like we're very ladylike, okay? From here, I'm going to get you to go ahead and pretend that you're an eagle. So we're just going to go ahead and cross one elbow over the other. Now, if that's not comfortable, guys, we can absolutely come just into this position here. So our elbows are just going to go ahead and come slightly in front of our shoulders. Interlace those hands for me. Take a nice deep breath in. And exhale. Let's curl the upper body and the lower body up so the elbows comes to the knee. And control everything down. And again, exhale, curl up and over. And lower back down. Great. Again, we have 3. And lowering back down. And 2. Make sure we're not jamming our neck. And 1. And lower down. Now, bring our arms down by our side, but keep our legs crossed in that ladylike fashion. From here, let's walk the heel of that left heel back in towards the bum, still keeping cross-legged. Now, we're going to go ahead and have a little stretch / a little bit of work. We're going to come into a one-legged bridge. We take a nice deep breath in and exhale, peel our bum as we lift up. Good, try and keep those hips level. And melting down one vertebrae after the other. Tailbone comes down last. And again, peel as we roll all the way up. Hips up, ribs down, squeeze those glutes. And melting down one vertebrae after the other. Last 2 for me. Lifting and squeezing. And melting down. And last one, keep nice and relaxed in that neck. And stay here. Let's lower an inch and lift and lower and lift. Now your range of motion, guys, you can't bring your legs crossed and you want to come into a figure 4. Fabulous. If that doesn't work and you need to bring both feet down, that's great as well, guys. Remember, there's always an option for everyone. 3 and 2 and 1 and melt all the way down. Uncross that leg and let's cross that other leg for me. So now the left comes over to the right. Now if you're like me and you always sit cross-legged the other way, this feels weird. So again, either come into those eagle arms or we want to come into those elbows being slightly in front of those shoulders for me, palms and forearms together. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale as we simultaneously reverse the knees up and curl up to them. And lower back down. So did you notice how as I'm coming out of it, guys, it's the slowest way you possibly could. And again, and I know you just want gravity just to bring you down, but I want you to really think about controlling it down for me. Good, last one, use that breath. Exhale as we lift. Inhale as we lower. Arms come down by our side. Now, have we forgot to breathe, guys? Let's just tap back into that again. We take a nice deep breath in through our nose. Exhale, peel our bum as we lift up. Hips come up, ribs stay down, squeeze those glutes. We inhale up at the top and then we exhale as we melt down one vertebrae after the other. Taking a nice deep breath in. Exhale, peel our bum as we roll up, trying to keep the hips level. Inhale up at the top and exhale as we melt down one vertebrae after the other, and last one. And you can see that on this side my leg doesn't cross quite so easily. So again, if I wanted to bring that modification to that figure 4 or even that foot to the floor, that would be perfect. Now let's lower a hip and lift and lower and lift. Again, no stress in the neck and collarbone area. Good. And just breathing evenly here. And 3 and 2 and 1 and melt all the way back down for me. Gorgeous, guys. Okay, now from here, let's go ahead and extend those legs nice and long for me. And then we're going to flip onto your tummy. So However you want to come over, no particularly elegant way of particularly doing it. And I'm going to get you, so I'm going to go back on my mat a tiny bit, I'm going to get you to have your arms nice and long for me. So we're going to have them about in a V position, like we're doing the YMCA, but there's a V in it. So now from here, neck is nice and long for me, looking down towards the floor. So the back of our neck is completely straight. Our legs are nice and long. Again, they're making that nice almost reverse V. So all in all, we're making an X position. Legs stay completely still for now. All we're going to do is we're going to take a nice inhale as we lift our chest and our arms, still looking down to the floor, and lowering back down. And again, guys, we go ahead as we lift up, pubic bone is pressing down, belly button is lifting up, and lowering back down. Last two, inhale, extend the spine, and exhale as we lower the spine. Last one for me, stay lifted, and lower back down. Now, keeping the neck completely long still, we're going to bring our arms down by our side. So, palms are facing towards our thighs for me, lifting those thumbs up off the floor. Now, we're just going to go ahead and come into our lower body. We inhale to prepare, exhale to lift the legs from the hips, and lower back down. And again, lifting up, and lower back down. So notice how my pubic bone is still pushed into the floor, my belly button is still lifting, I don't look like I'm inchworming along, no 80s party moves today, and last one for me, and lower. Now reach the arms back to that initial position. This time our thumbs are going to be facing up. We're going to combine those two. So again, belly button in, pubic bone press down, inhale, lift both upper body and lower body, and lower back down on an exhale. And again, lifting up for me, never feeling any pain in that lower back at all. And 3, and controlling back down. And 2 more for me. And last one for me. And lowering down. Gorgeous. Now, let's go ahead and push back into that rest position. We're about to come on to my favourite kind of way to push up at the moment. So, this is a fantastic way if you are trying to build up to full body, as in from the toes, push-ups, okay? And I know that sometimes there's that awkward position where it's like, you're not quite there from the toes, but on the knees is a little bit too easy. Now, of course, if you want to be on your knees the whole time for this, please do so, okay? Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and have our hands directly underneath of our shoulders for me. Lift the belly button up. Now, we can stay here for push-ups, or we can walk our knees up, and we'll do push-ups here. Or, if like me, you're going to just bring our right toe tuck and lay our left shin down for me. So you see how I'm on one knee, but I'm on the toe of the other leg. So, we inhale as we lower, we exhale to lift, and let's switch the legs like we're doing a little horse trot. And inhale to lower, exhale to lift, belly button is still into the spine as we switch again. Inhale, exhale, and switch. Now can we look towards the end of our mat or between our hands so our head isn't dangling like fish bait? Good. And last one, if anyone else is exercising with a ponytail and they can basically see it like a fringe, then more power to you. Last one, inhale, exhale, drop to the knees and send ourselves back. Perfect. Now, let's roll up one vertebrae after the other for me. Shake it off. I'm going to go ahead and face you now, guys. So, we're going to come into a quadruped position, and I'm facing you because we've got some fun variations today, and I want you to be able to get a better view of what I'm doing. So, again, down onto our hands. Now, guys, you absolutely can come on down to those elbows, and at some point in the workout, I actually might. Good. So, from here, our hands are underneath of our shoulders, or our elbows are underneath of our shoulders. Our knees are hip distance apart and underneath of our hips. Our back is nice and long. Now, you can't see me from the side, but it's nice and long. We're not tucked. Okay? So, take a nice deep breath in, and as we exhale, flex the right foot and donkey kick the leg up to the ceiling and lower back down. Good. We donkey kick up and lower. Now, as we're lifting the leg up, We don't want it to be going into our lower back. So I want you to think less is more with this. I want you to squeeze the glute and control back down. We have 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Lower that knee down. Now guys, we're going to come to a hydrant. Exhale, lift that same leg to the side and lower. So notice how when I'm doing this, I'm not tipping at my hips, so my range of motion isn't that great. Now at this point, I'm going to come down onto my left elbow for me. We're going to do 2 more here. Last one, we're going to stay lifted. Can we extend at the knee and bend? Can we extend and bend? So you see, I'm trying to get my leg parallel to the floor. And as you get tired, this starts to get hard, making sure we're pushing away from the shoulders. And last one, stay extended, tap down to the floor and lift up. Guys, I can almost feel your comments coming in now, and I'm loving it. And yes, this does burn. I'm smiling, guys, but I'm right there with you. And 3, and lift, and 2, and lift. Last one, stay lifted and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, pat that glute. And congratulate yourself that it didn't fall off. Now, we've got the second side to do, guys. Let's just get straight into it. So I'm going to start again with my hands underneath of my shoulders, but you choose which position is best for you. Flexing our left foot, donkey kick that leg up and lower down. So remember, guys, belly button is into the spine. We're not arching our lower back. We have 5 and 4. Screw those arms in. And 3 and 2. And last one, lower it down, take a nice deep breath in. Exhale as we lift the leg like a hydrant and lower. And we lift and we lower. Now again, we just want to have that connection with that belly button to the spine. We're not sucking it in for dear life like we're at the beach. We're just thinking about that connection, guys. We have 2 more. And last one, and lower down. Now at this point, again, I'm going to match what I did last time. From here, I'm going to lift my left leg up. I'm going to extend at the knee and bend. Extend and bend. So I know it's hard, guys. If your range of motion isn't this great yet, all good, guys. It comes, right? We've all got to start somewhere. We have 4. If you need a little towel underneath your knees or your arms or a cushion, go ahead. And 2. And last one, stay here. Oh, yes. We tap down and we lift. And this is the money shot, really, isn't it, guys? Yeah. And 5. Keep breathing. 4. And 3. Keep breathing. 2. Shoulders away from our ears. And 1. We hold and hold and hold and relax everything down. Good. Okay, guys. We're going to do one more thing on the knees. And I'm going to do one more thing facing towards you. So coming on up to that kneeling position. So once we're in that kneeling position, I want you to have your left knee directly underneath of your hip. Let's go ahead and bring our right foot up onto the floor. So our right foot is underneath this knee. Okay, we're in this nice alignment. Our hips are facing forward. Now, if your range of motion is not so great and you're more here, that's all good, guys. Okay. Fingertips towards our temples. Try and square the hips off, keeping the chest nice and vertical. And then from here, we're almost going to take like a side lunge from our knee. So we're coming in and we're exhaling back. Inhale as we come into that side lunge and exhale back. Now let's just double check that our knee isn't shooting over our toe, okay? We want to keep that in alignment like a train track. Also just double check and glance down. Make sure your knee's not coming in forward or coming out back. We want that perfect alignment. So imagine that your body is in between 2 panes of glass and you can't lean forward and you can't lean back. Last one, we're going to stay halfway and small, tiny pulses. Now, what's your range of motion here, guys? We don't want to end up getting sore in our thighs. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way back, lower back down. Beautiful. We've got to even you up, right? Your glutes were on fire. Now we're working those inner thighs. From here, we go ahead. Again, knees over our planted foot, knees under our hip, fingertips to our ceiling, chest is proud, hips are forward, and then we go ahead, we surf onto that lunge, and we exhale as we come up. So guys, it's very important that you keep your pelvis nice and square. We want to keep the muscles switched on, so we're not just sinking down and sort of throwing ourselves back up. Everything is really controlled and really measured. We have 3, and exhale to lift, and 2, and lift, and last one, and lift. Lower the knee down for me, good, shake it off, and then from here we're going to roll our shoulders back for 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and I want you to look over towards the left side, and back through center, and look over to the right side, and back through center. Go ahead, look down towards our chest, and up towards our ceiling. Bring our head on straight, reset those shoulders, and you guys are all done. You did absolutely amazing. Now, the goal of these workouts is to be short and sweet. I know your life is busy, and so you're much more likely to be able to fit in 20, 30 minutes of exercise consistently than you are, a workout that has an hour each day you have to commit to. If you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to give me a call, and I will see you next time.